So, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is how to start the day in a confident way. So, the first thing I'm going to invite you to do is get some bits and pieces. So, you might get some paper at your printer, or you might want to use your journal. I have coloured pens, crayons, post-it notes, and stuff like that. But what you really need is your journal and your pen. And maybe a cup of tea. So perhaps there's something going on today that's making you feel a little less than confident. So you might have to deliver a project, a presentation, go and meet your doctor to discuss something. I don't know, but you just might be having this little bit of those collywobbles. And sometimes that stuff makes it, often, not sometimes, often that stuff makes us feel quite uncomfortable. But we go and do it anyway, but we're not really suitably prepared. So I'm going to show you a series of things that you can do together. You can do some of them apart, but I'm going to take you through the whole thing, and then you can decide what bits you love. And I would encourage you to try different things, because I think it's in trying different things in different ways that you get the most benefit. So, thinking of something you have to do today that you feel less than confident about. Get your sheet of paper, get your pen, and you get ready to get everything out of your system. So all you're going to do is just going to scribble. You're just going to get it out. Smile. This is such fun. Smile. There you go. One beautiful piece of art. I'm very proud of my piece of art. Now, there's a couple of things you can do with this piece of art. Is you could go and burn it on the fire, but I've got something else that you could do with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to burn it and let whatever, and we'll come back to that later on. Now, the next thing we're going to do is something that I call the circle of confidence. And now that is a good idea to do it in your journal, but I'm going to do it on a piece of paper so that I can show you. And all you really need to do in your journal is draw a circle. Think about what it is that you have got coming up. You're going to do a presentation, going to go and have a chat with your boss. You're going to go, hopefully, pick up an order from a new client. You're going to go and see the doctor. You've got a meeting with a solicitor, accountant, whatever it might be. And you feel like you need that extra bit of confidence. You feel like you need some resources. So write down on the paper the question, what resources do I need for this situation? So all you have to do is write down the resources, the things that you need. So I might write, well, actually, I'd like a bit of confidence. I'd like to speak with clarity. I'd like to feel comfortable. And what I mean by that is often when you're sat in front of somebody who you might perceive is on another level to you, you might feel uncomfortable. So you're breathing, it might change, you might sweat, things like that. So it's about, I want to feel comfortable. And you write those things inside your circle. Now, if you wanted to, on the outside of the circle, you could imagine that you wanted to create some boundaries. So inside the circle, you might also want to write yes to what I want. And outside of the circle, you might put, I don't want to people please. Because sometimes if you people please, you capitulate, get my teeth around my words, and you give in, which is not really super helpful. So you kind of got a boundary. So in our circle, kind of see that terribly well, you write down the things that you want, and on the outside, you write about the things that you want to create really good, strong boundaries around. You really want to feel that in your solar plexus, that you feel strong and resilient, courageous and confident. So write all of those words down. Now, the next thing is really, really super easy. You imagine a circle on the floor. So Go into a room, a space. You can do it outside. You can do it absolutely anywhere. And imagine that there is a circle on the floor. You have got all of these things that you want to give you that confidence to do whatever it is. So you'd look at your list and you go, I want confidence. And you throw it into the circle. Hopefully no one is going to cart you away because they think you're going a little bit bonkers throwing things into the air. Speak with clarity. Feel comfortable. Say yes to what I want. So you put all of the things that you want in this imaginary circle. And you know how simple the next step is? You step into it. So you stand in your circle and you close your eyes and imagine all of those great resources are coming all the way up your toes and your legs and up your body and inside of you and washing all over you. And you are surrounded and you have all of those things inside of you. Now, here's something really, really super simple. Is once you've done that once, you can take your circle anywhere because nobody knows you've got your magic circle with you. So I'm going to give you a scenario. I was at a teaching centre once. I was teaching assertiveness skills, and there was a new instructor going off to teach something that she knew very, very well, and she was terrified. And I'd met her in the corridor. We'd gone for a cup of tea, and she just said, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm absolutely, I won't tell you the word she used, but she was scared. So as we were walking down the corridor, so she hadn't done the writing piece. I just said to her, imagine right over there that there is a circle. Tell me the words that you need to get you through today that's going to give you super confidence, and throw them into the circle as we walk towards the circle. And that's exactly what she did. And then she walked through the circle, and I said, imagine as you're walking through the circle, you are taking on board all of those things. And then all you need to do is when you're standing at the front of the class, and we had lots of high-tech equipment to teach with, absolutely amazing. I said, just put your circle down and stand in your circle. So you could do this anywhere. So imagine, I mean, you might be the MD, but imagine the MD has called you in and wants to have a chat with you, or, you know, some fantastic new client or person that you know, company that you want as a new client. As you approach their building or their door, chuck your circle down, walk through it, and you become that confident self. So that's what is so, I mean, it's just so fantastic. You can do it as a writing exercise, as a physical moving exercise, and nobody needs to know that you've got this magic circle. So that for me is one of the most powerful exercises. But the next thing, so we've done our scribble. For me, I would burn the scribble. We've done our circle of confidence. We've stood in it. Now, it might be that what you want to do at the end of the day is reflect on something. Now, this time you do not attack the paper, and you're going to do a doodle. And you're going to think about you as your confident self. And literally all you're going to do is just doodle on the paper. So I'm thinking about me as my confident self. It's quite fascinating what's coming up. And I am just creating a doodle. And when you feel ready, stop. Now, it's not meant to be a work of art. This is a bit like creating your own mandala. So you've got a doodle, and then what I do is everywhere there's an intersection, I scribble a dot. And do you know the only reason I do that is because I'm joining together my thoughts. So although I'm talking to you, everything that has happened during the day and everything I want to process, I just bring together at these dots. And this for me is, we are creating clarity. I'm joining together all of the events of the day to get a picture of clarity, like what happened, how did I feel? I might be thinking things like, you know, who will I be if I could be that confident person all the time? What were some of the things that happened? What are my learning points? And you're just doing dots to join it up. And then if you want to, if you love colouring in, which I do, I'm a bit of a mandala girl, get your coloured pens or crayons. I mean, crayons are great because you can scribble faster. I haven't got any crayons in my office, but literally you can go, and this is going to look pretty awful, but you take your time to colour in, and probably with crayons, like I say, is best. Take your time to colour in this in any, you can't actually see it because I used purple, but just take your time to colour it in any way you like. And, you know, you can do great big swathes of colour in lots of different places, and then go to your journal and reflect. And it's, what do I learn from what has happened today? So this is a whole process. So it starts with, start your day the confident way. So I'm Dale, and you can find me at daledarley.com, and I hope you have a really, really super confident day.